Right, it is beer time, and I'll have a video for you. Welcome to day 6, I suppose, of Sampey rebuilds some micro house. I can barely see the screen, so this should be fun. It's very bright out. There's some scrap wood, more scrap wood. Alright, first thing, it would appear that whilst we are a lot lighter than we were, we've not reduced as much mass as I thought we were going to. You see over there, that's the last 2 bits of my framing wood. All the rest of it's attached. Oh shit, on that stuff doesn't matter. 2 half sheets of ply there, halfways, and then almost a half sheet there. That was the mezzanine. There's another whole sheet there with some holes cut out, another half sheet, a couple of bits and stuff, and a few blocks of wood. That's all that's really left over after we have completed our basic build. Obviously looks messy as fuck. It's recycled materials team, so a lot of the stuff is just chopped up and needs painting and whatnot. But here's our end wall. Yeah, finally can see the screen. I'm in the shade. So top right of that wall is where our outlet vent will be cut. And around here, all the scrape marks you can see, because I just basically figured out it was way faster to, instead of trying to accurately measure and cut sheets, just to bang them on and then hack off the overlap. Which, whilst messy, is a lot faster, and also all that mess gives me something to key on my bog when I come along to seal the edge cracks and stuff, and fill all my screw holes in and stuff, because this time, instead of leaving the screws open to the weather, we're filling them all in and shit. This thing's not designed to be disassembled. All of these joins are siliconed as well though, so that little gap there's just for instance, there's just a wee gap between the 2 sheet edges and stuff. There's silicone on this side, silicone in here, silicone in there, like everything, silicone all over the place. Actually acrylic sealant primarily. Just say silicone because it's in the caulking gun like we normally use it. But this sheet and this sheet, I ran out of my acrylic sealant, which is annoying, but my bro's got some fishing tank silicone sealant, which is very smelly and quite toxic, but did that wall and the other one I'm about to show you with it. The good stuff with the acrylic is, as you can see here, I've made a little gap along with it and stuff. You can do this with silicone, but silicone's not your friend on UV and in the weather and stuff. It cracks and becomes brittle over time, whereas this acrylic sealant shit basically turns into rubber. I was showing my bro's dad the piece the other night. Remember that before? He might have... Oh no, here it is. So this is a piece I peeled off. I can't fucking see, I'm going back over here. This is a piece I peeled off one of the old things, and as you can see there, that's the edge it was smeared into, and on this side is the smearing that was done. This has become a solid piece of rubber. It's quite stretchy and flexible and stuff. So yeah, really highly recommend the acrylic outdoor sealant. It's fucking great stuff. You can't do this as well with silicone, especially not after it's been exposed to the weather for a few months, so that's pretty cool. Right, I'm going to put down the cigarette because I can't smoke and drink at the same time or I'll wet my poor dart. Just put that over there. Here's my beer. Give me a tip. Oh, that's glorious. First one of the day. Today we're drinking Kingfisher. Right, around here there's our door. It's looking a bit of a state at the moment. Got it basically fitted, but as you can see we've got some crap edges and stuff there where stuff got chiseled out and bounced and dug a hole and did shit, so it's got to be bogged and fitted properly. At the moment it will shut if I give it a wee boot there, but it doesn't swing easily shut, and it will jam shut, and that makes it harder to get open, especially now that I have walls on and I can't climb inside to pop it open manually. So my next task is going to be to add the wee door lock mechanism to the top of this, so that I can pull it open and shut easily. We've already put in the lip on the inside that prevents water running in under the door, and as you can see we've got 2 bits of wood there that are going to be hacked up so that I can do that vertically up both sides, and I'll probably also do it on the roof. And that is how this time we're going to go about sealing the door gap, instead of trying to put foam in between the hinges, which I haven't rebaited into the wall because I'm lazy, or anything like that. We're just going to let our door be a bit of a loose fit. So I'll sand it down some more and chip out anywhere where it's sort of jamming against the frame there. And then yeah, I'm going to put these lips like this in right around the entire periphery of the door frame, so it turns into a bit of a space hatch. That kind of thing. There's one downside to it. This structure is a lot more sealed up than the old one. There are no gaps where there aren't designed to be, and that means that the only airflow into here at all, once it's fully done, will be the intake vent that's going in this wall down here, and the outlet vent that's up there by the bookcase. So it'll be very, very critical especially when I've got paint drying and stuff, to ensure that I have my fans running and stuff. And very critical if we're going to do any gas heating in winter to make both fans run at the same time. So I'm going to pick up another set of batteries, just probably some alkaline ones or whatever, and make up a couple of packs for emergency use if my solar system runs out of power during the winter, so I can still run gas heat with the vents open. I mean, obviously I can just open the door and passively vent through the door and through the main exit, but that's not very effective in terms of keeping the space warm. This wall here where all the glass is, as you can see, it's pretty fucking warm in there at the moment with no vents, I tell you. Where all the glass is, we're going to do a duvet insulation walls. Duvets are very cheap and quite effective insulation, but it will be interesting to see how long I can use them before they just get all manky and mouldy, or if in fact that occurs. Everyone seems to think that I've talked to reckons they'll probably just get mouldy and shit and I should go for something else. But for now, they were the cheapest option I had for insulation, and they'll last a couple of months anyway. And I could always pull them off the walls and wash them. So, but one of them will be backed with a nice bit of fabric eventually and stuff, but I'm going to pin it to the top of the wall, and then that will roll down that wall to form a curtain on that window, and then we'll probably do something similar for here, or I might make it just a little set of blinds or something for the door window there. Right, so that's that wall we've put in, roughly notched in place there and shit. That'll all get bogged up. I find it's actually quite useful to leave a couple of gaps and stuff and don't do your joins that well. It means A, you can be way quicker and more rip shit and bust, which obviously I prefer to be. But also you've got lots of place to key in your bog when you put it in there to like seal everything up and make a nice edge, and then you just sand it off. It's way easier than cutting things to shape. You just fucking get a rough fit and then like bog everything out and sand it off. Once it's all sprayed black, I'll have a nice uniform finish. There's that back wall. Now the other thing we're going to do, I don't know if you can really see on the video, but there are some dips in the roof and stuff. I may put a roof strut in about midway along up there somewhere just to correct that dip that we've got. But the other idea I've got is actually to use the dip. It has gone where I sort of pushed it with a bit of swearing and fucking around, to basically exit just a little left of this doorway is the bottom of it. So I'll spray some water on the roof once we finish all that bogging and basic waterproofing, just to check where the water runs to. And I'm thinking what I might do is actually jack up the other end by just like a centimetre or so and put like a sort of 2 to 5 degree lean on the whole structure, so that water runs from there off to there just beside the door and drops down. And if I can get it to do that accurately, what I might actually do is put a wee bit of guttering in there to catch it and run it off into the garden, just so, you know, keeping everything away from the walls and stuff. We've got eaves above our windows. I'm quite happy for water to run down the back wall and this end wall, just straight off the roof there if it happens to do so. That was working fine on the V1, got no problems there, but we did learn the hard way that water running through or past our window joints and door joints is not a good plan. Originally when I designed this, I'd actually intended to anchor a tarp under the slip, but I've just been talking to my bro's dad and he tells me, no, that's a really bad idea, and explained to me how it worked. Like, water's going to run down there, catch on here, run under, get in between the tarp and the wall, and then start running. It'd just defeat the purpose, basically, having that lip there in the first place. But what he told me you can do is run a wee groove just inside the front of that lip, right along the length there, once I've got it all cleaned up and done and painted, actually before paint. And what will happen is the water will run under, hit that lip, and then drop off. So that'd be pretty ideal. And then we've only got to worry about rain coming down sort of semi-angular straight into the wall there, and this is waterproof enough to handle a bit of that. But as it happens, I will have a tarp anchored off this roof anyway, coming out to about where I'm standing. So about, I'll just use my shadow, where the shadow of my toe is there, that's about where the tarp will come to. And the great thing about that is I can adjust the angle on the tarp, so I can drop it right down over this window when it's raining hard, and just protect the windows, because there'll be more tarp over this side as well. Protect the windows and the doors from rain, which also means that I'll be able to, pop the door open at night and stick my head out the window and have a cigarette, or during the day when it's raining, and not get water all over the top of my door or anything, which is really handy. Anyway, that's today's update. It's pretty much all got done so far. As I said, primary construction's complete, so I'm pretty happy. I won't occupy the structure yet. I'm going to do a lot of my interior bogging and sanding and painting and stuff first over the next couple of days, just to ensure that there's not going to be a lot of mess made once I do move my stuff and my mattress and stuff, and I don't want to be sanding and painting and stuff. Obviously paint going off isn't that great for your air supply while you're sleeping either, so yeah, we'll do the bog and sand and paint and then I'll move my stuff in. So like once I've got it to the stage where we're just, you know, looking at basic little tasks that aren't particularly constructive or involving paint or glue or anything like that, like, you know, installing the lights and things like that. I can do that once I've moved in and get my carpet and do all that kind of stuff. So yeah, pretty happy for now though, doing good. I'm going to finish this beer and then get to bogging things, I think. Oh, and I've also got some little sections of wood that need to be cut to put along that section there under the window, notch into that wall section there, another bit there and a bit above the door, and yeah, a few other little pieces like that. So I'll get all that done today as well before I go to work. Alrighty, that's me. Thanks for watching day 6. Jolly good.